If you've ever Googled best dividend stocks, you've probably felt overwhelmed. There are thousands of options, endless advice, and everyone seems to have a different opinion. How do you know where to start? In this video, I'll walk you through a step-by-step strategy to make that $100 a day goal a reality. In the end, I'll show you a portfolio that not only surpasses, but triples the daily income target, reaching a portfolio valuation of over $8 million. You're probably thinking, isn't this something only the ultra-wealthy or financial experts can pull off? The truth is, there's a good reason why it seems so out of reach, and it has nothing to do with how much money you're currently earning or saving. It's more about the system we're all stuck in and the financial habits we've been taught. For starters, let's talk about savings accounts. They're supposed to be safe, right? But with today's savings account interest rates, having your money sit in a savings account is like taking a nap while inflation eats up your purchasing power. Every year, it chips away more and more of your money's purchasing power, making what you saved worth less and less. So even if you're disciplined enough to stash away a chunk of your paycheck, it's not doing much to grow your wealth. In fact, it's shrinking. And then there's the knowledge gap. Most people don't really understand how to make their money work for them. Sure, you might hear terms like dividend stocks or passive income thrown around, but they sound more like Wall Street jargon than something relatable to your day-to-day life. Maybe you've even tried investing before, but let's be real, it can be overwhelming. Between stock tickers, financial reports, and market volatility, it's no wonder so many people give up before they even start. What about those who do invest? Many focus on quick wins, chasing hot stock tips, or getting swayed by flashy promises of instant riches. But that is not how wealth building works. The reality is, creating a sustainable income of $100 per day requires a strategy, a roadmap to navigate the financial jungle. It's not about luck. It's about learning how to use tools like dividend stocks to create a steady, reliable income stream. But don't worry, this isn't as intimidating as it sounds. You're here, which means you're already ahead of the curve. Let me move you and John past these roadblocks and share a solution that's practical, proven, and achievable. So let's get to know how dividend stocks can work for you. If you're not familiar with them yet, don't worry. I'm about to change that. Imagine owning a piece of a company, and just for holding on to it, the company pays you a portion of its profits. That's essentially how dividend stocks work. So why are dividend stocks such a big deal? Well, for one, they're reliable. Unlike speculative stocks that swing wildly with market trends, dividend-paying companies tend to be more stable. These are usually well-established businesses with a track record of generating profits, and they share those profits with investors like you and John. Let's not forget about taxes either. In many cases, dividends are taxed at a lower rate than regular income, depending on where you live and the type of dividends you receive. That means you get to keep more of what you earn, adding another layer of value to this strategy. Now let's talk about the magic word here, compounding. When you reinvest your dividends back into more shares, you start earning dividends on your dividends. Over time, this snowballs into a growing income stream without you having to do much beyond letting the process run its course. But what makes dividend stocks even more appealing is their passive nature. Once you've built your portfolio, you don't have to check it every day or micromanage your investments. It works quietly in the background, paying you consistently, growing your wealth over time. And the best part? It's not just for millionaires. With the right strategy, anyone can start building a dividend portfolio that makes $100 a day or more. In fact, in the end, I'll show you a portfolio that not only surpasses but triples the daily income target, reaching a portfolio valuation of over $8 million. If this sounds like the kind of financial freedom you're looking for, great. You're not alone. And we're about to dive into the nuts and bolts of how to make this happen. Stick with me. We're just getting started. Here's where the rubber meets the road. Building a dividend portfolio that earns $100 a day isn't rocket science, but it does take some planning. First up, there's stock selection. This isn't about picking random stocks and hoping for the best. You need to focus on companies with a strong forward dividend yield, consistent dividend growth, and solid annual share price appreciation. These three metrics are like the holy trinity of dividend investing. For example, a forward dividend yield tells you how much income you can expect relative to the stock price, while dividend growth ensures your payouts increase over time. Pair that with companies whose share price appreciates steadily, and you've got a recipe for success. Now, if you're wondering where to get all this data from, let me tell you about our channel's official partner, Seeking Alpha. It's been my go-to tool for winning in investments. It's easy and simple, and I love how I can access under-the-radar investing ideas, earnings call transcripts, and breaking news. Plus, the exclusive data-based stock rankings have been a complete game-changer. Stocks rated strong buy and their alpha picks have beaten the S&P 500 by over 80%. So definitely check them out in the description. They've promised to give a 20% discount on premium membership with a 7-day free trial and a 10% discount on alpha picks to anyone in our community who joins using the link from the video description. So let's get back to building a sustainable $100 a day dividend strategy and explain it with an example here. Imagine you invest in a company that has a forward dividend yield of 3% and it grows its dividend by 10% annually. Over a decade, not only are you earning dividends, but your income from those dividends keeps climbing. Reinvest those dividends back into more shares, and suddenly you're compounding your way to a bigger portfolio and bigger income. Now, why $100 a day? Because it's a realistic and achievable benchmark. Think about it, $100 a day is $3,000 a month or $36,000 a year. For many people, that's enough to cover essentials, pay bills, and even enjoy a few luxuries. And the beauty of dividend investing is that it doesn't stop at $100. Once you hit that milestone, you can keep growing your portfolio to aim for an even higher daily income. So how do you make it happen? Start by calculating how much you'll need to invest to hit your goal. For instance, if your portfolio has an average yield of 3%, you'll need about $1.2 million invested to generate $100 daily. Sound like a lot? Don't worry. In the end, I'll show you a portfolio of stocks that can make the $100 a day dream into a reality with just $10,000 up front. Now, the second thing you and John need to remember is that it's not just about picking a few good stocks and calling it a day. Building a portfolio is important because it spreads out your risk and ensures a steady income stream. Think of it like having multiple streams of income. If one dries up, you've still got others flowing in. Let's talk about some of the best dividend stocks to consider for your portfolio. Remember those three key metrics we discussed earlier? The stocks we're about to highlight tick all three of those boxes. For example, Coca-Cola Consolidated with the ticker symbol COKE has a forward dividend yield of 2.1%, a 10-year dividend growth CAGR of 14.87%, and an impressive annual share price appreciation of 29.65%. That's a powerhouse combination of income and growth. But don't stop there. Companies like Home Depot, Federal Agricultural Mortgage Corporation, and Insperity are also great choices. Each of these has strong yields, consistent dividend growth, and steady appreciation. By including a mix of these stocks in your portfolio, you're not only diversifying your income sources, but also setting yourself up for long-term growth. When you combine these stocks into a portfolio, you get an average forward dividend yield of 2.42%, a 19.28% dividend growth CAGR, and a 20.29% annual share price appreciation. That's not just good, that's outstanding. So let's crunch the numbers here and see what yours and John's future could look like if you both start investing in a carefully selected portfolio of dividend stocks like this one today. Using our portfolio metrics, starting with $10,000, after just 1 year, your portfolio value rises to $12,271. By year 10, the portfolio really starts to shine. Your portfolio value increases by 7 times to $76,737. At the 20-year mark, your portfolio value climbs to $578,228. Here's the grand finale. After 3 decades, your portfolio value hits $4,285,748. By this point, annual dividend income reaches about $63,285, which is $5,274 per month, or about $175 per day. That's well beyond $100 a day, making your initial $10,000 investment a life-altering decision. Now, what if you and John got a little more ambitious and added $2,000 annually to your portfolio? That's around a $5 daily contribution. Let's see how much more potential it unlocks. Your portfolio starts strong with a total investment of $12,000. In just 1 year, your portfolio will be valued at $14,271. At the 10-year mark, your portfolio reaches a valuation of $135,693, driven by capital appreciation and reinvested dividends. By year 20, your portfolio value crosses the $1 million mark at $1,080,781. After 30 years of steady contributions, your portfolio value reaches an impressive $8,068,348. Annual dividend income at that point is a staggering $119,111, or over $9,926 per month. That's nearly $330 per day, smashing any $100 a day goal you ever dreamed of. Want to know how to make over $20,000 in monthly dividend income? Click the video on the screen to find out.